Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm so happy you found us. This is Creativity and Inspiration, and I'm Lisa. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're having an amazing Friday. Sorry, this didn't go up yesterday. Just a lot going on. It's going up today, and I really hope you guys like it. So we're just going to jump right into this video. Okay guys, we're going to talk about why can't you make an art journal from a sketchbook. We're also going to be talking about making an art journal from a junk journal. So we're just going to get into this video. Before we get started, I want to talk about art supplies, sketchbooks, canvas, paints, paintbrushes, all that kind of stuff that is available at Dollar Tree. Because right now we are living in times where we're living paycheck to paycheck, and it's not fun, and sometimes creating, whether it's gifts for ourselves or to sell, can get quite expensive until we do sell them. So is Dollar Tree a viable option for art supplies? And I'm going to start off by saying yes and no. And I really want to clarify this because it just depends. If you are creating to sell or to submit to a gallery, then Dollar Tree canvas are not the canvas you need. Because if you, you could use a Dollar Tree canvas, but they're very thin. They're not gallery wrapped, and I'm going to show you what that is in a moment. And if you use a Dollar Tree canvas, you have to frame it. And they're very, very picky about frames, which would cost more than it is to go buy gallery wrapped canvas from somewhere like Blick or Amazon, where you don't have to buy the most expensive canvas. You just need to make sure it's gallery wrapped. And now let me show you the differences. All right. First, this is my little canvas I got in the Arteza advent calendar. And this is the kind of canvas they have at Dollar Tree as well. It's a great little canvas, and it would be great if you want to sell in an Etsy shop, if you want to give as gifts. But if you want to submit to an art gallery or to an art show, these would need to be framed because they're not wrapped all the way. You can see wood. The canvas was actually just on the side. And a gallery wrapped frame is wrapped, as you can see, all the way around. Okay? So this is what they mean when they say a gallery wrapped frame. It's wrapped onto the back, and you can see the difference. And Dollar Tree frames are just like this. But if you want to submit and money is an issue, that's fine, because you can get packs like this. Okay, I'm not going to say this brand, but you can get packs like this from places like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Amazon, and Blick. And I'll link the Blick and Amazon ones down below. I just got a 6-pack of 9x12 canvases, gallery wrapped, from Blick for $12. And I got free shipping because I bought some other stuff. So, it's a give and take, but even with shipping, it would have been about $16, which isn't bad. And of course, Amazon's the same way. If you don't have Prime, shipping isn't free, but it's not that much for the canvas. So depending what you're going to use the Dollar Tree canvas for, yes, it's good for 99% of the things. It's only not good for that 1% to submit to gallery shows. Now, what about paint? Okay, they have a lot of acrylic paint. I'm going to post some pictures up of what mine had in stock. Mine was kind of out of a lot, but you can see there's a lot of acrylic paint choices. There was tempera paint. The only thing they didn't have in the way of paint was oil paints. They had water paints, different types of watercolors. They had in acrylics. So they were really covered on the paints, and these paints are fine. I've actually used this orange, and I had a yellow that I've actually used in paintings that are showing in galleries in big cities like New York. So the paints, if it's acrylic paint and it's a good bodied acrylic paint, they're good. So I would definitely say if you needed to save some money on your supplies, that Dollar Tree paints are awesome. They also had oil pastels, as you can see from this video. I was a little surprised. I would have, tried their oil pastels for sure if I'd known they had them. It's a great way, too, to try before you buy. They don't have a range of colors, but it's a nice set, especially if you've never had them before, or if you need certain colors that they have in stock and you're just filling in. Awesome. I would say buy them. Now, something else I personally don't care for at Dollar Tree are the brushes. Because they are on the cheaper end, the bristles fall out like crazy, and that drives me nuts. My dream brushes are the artisan ones I just got. I love them. I've been using them. They're living up to all my expectations, as well as all my brushes I get from Amazon. And I'll link all that down below. I don't have any bristle or hair loss with these brushes. So that is the other thing with Dollar Tree. Yes, I have tried different brands of Dollar Tree, different sizes, those kind of things, and all the bristles fall out. So I do not recommend. All right, now to today's video, where we're talking art journals, and more specifically a sketchbook art journal. And this is a sketchbook that I picked up while I was at Dollar Tree. And it's a little thin. I would almost equate this to printer paper, the most cheap printer paper you can get from like Walmart or Amazon. That's what it's like. But you know what? It works. A sketchbook is what? It's where you practice. It's where you doodle. It's where you try maybe just drawing one little item to learn how to draw it. So as a sketchbook option, yeah, it's great. Comes with 30 sheets. So I think it's awesome. You could do front and back on it if you wanted, whatever. So again, as far as Dollar Tree goes, if you need an affordable sketchbook and a good size, this one's 9x6. This is my perfect size sketchbook. So I would get it. Okay, that's my evaluation of Dollar Tree art supplies. Now for our video, we are talking about creating art journals from sketchbooks. And I have 4 different sketchbooks here. Plus I have that journal I showed you at the beginning. Because we're going to talk about creating an art journal from a journal maybe you've already made and hasn't sold. Or maybe you made and now you don't know what to do with it. We're also going to talk about if you want to build your own art journal, what kind of papers would I put in it? Just my recommendations. But first, let's talk about taking an existing sketchbook. This one's from Dollar Tree, this one's from Amazon, and these 2 are from the Japanese dollar store. And I think they were $3 each, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were $3 each. And I have all different sizes. I have... This one is a B4 size. This one is an A4 size. This one's a 6x9, and this is a 5x8. So a bunch of different sizes. I personally, when I'm doing sketchbooks, I like all different sizes. And that would apply the same to art journals, because sometimes maybe I want more width. Maybe I want just bigger. Sometimes maybe I don't mind having the compact size. So what makes an art journal? Pages to create art on. And I looked this up because I was wondering myself, why are sketchbooks not used for art journaling more? Because here's the definition of an art journal. And it's an art journal is a personal and creative journal that combines elements of both writing and visual art. Art journaling serves as a space to express yourself, explore your thoughts and emotions, and experiment with various art techniques and materials. Well, to me, that's what a sketchbook is for too. Now, this says combine writing and art. Well, you can do that in a sketchbook, no problem. Okay, so I think we're going to use the Dollar Tree sketchbook today. Now, some are more suited if you're going to glue. So this one, like I said, is equivalent to a cheap printer paper from Amazon or Walmart. This one is heavier. You can hear it. It's heavier. And then these are, as you can see, this one I painted on, right? And it didn't wrinkle. It withstood the paint really well. So it wrinkled on the back, but that was it. So these both are really good for paint. Now, this one says, from Dollar Tree, says only for drawing. So I would assume if you want to glue or paint in your art journal, I wouldn't use this one because the pages probably will curl and not hold up. So I'm going to show you today in my Japanese dollar store journal, which I've already painted in. I've done pencil and I've done ink drawings. And see, I just doodle in mine. Besides drawing, I just doodle. Okay. So, what makes an art journal? Well, you know what? We are going to use this. We're going to use the Dollar Tree, and we're going to see how it stands up to paint. So, again, an art journal is a place where you doodle, draw, and express yourself. Hold on, I got to see. 344. So if I'm going to have an art journal, I think this is fine. If you want to add in more pages, we'll talk about that in a second. Now you can find journals that have the bound. You can find sketchbooks that have the bound spine, and that would be easier to add pages into. And that's what I'm going to say. What if you want to add certain pages in your art journal and create on like a book page? Well, that's where our junk journal kind of beats it out, because you can add into your junk journal, you can put in coffee or tea stained papers. You can put in, I actually don't have anything in this one, but coffee and tea stained paper and tissue paper or parchment paper. But you could have like a book page in here, right? You could have music paper. But you can do the same thing in a sketchbook. You can either glue them in. If you had the type of spine where it's bound in, you can just butt it in and add it in like we do in a journal for a tip-in or a fold-out page. But you can do it on a spiral-bound journal as well. Let me get a book page and I'll be right back. Actually, I found some music pages. Okay. Now, say you want to paint on music paper, okay? You could just simply add it in. You wouldn't add it because of this wire binding to that, but you could add it to the first page and just make it where it flips up like that if you want to. All you have to do is get the page that you're going to tip in and get your Scotch tape, because to me Scotch tape is the easiest way to do this, but you can always use double-sided tape too. It's just not going to be as flexible, and that's why I like doing all my tip ins with Scotch tape. You just put it wherever you want it, and then you put in your Scotch tape. I'm going to put in 2 pieces. You can put in 1 long piece if you want to. Totally up to you. And then you get at that, and then you just bring it up so it flips. And I'm going to add a second piece on here so I can just have it that secure. There we go. And it's not difficult. Everybody makes it difficult because, you know, a sketchbook is a sketchbook. It's not an art journal. An art journal is an art journal. A journal is a journal, and not a, you know. Everybody's so intent on making things have one use and one use only. And things can have multiple uses, guys. Totally. And there you go. Like I said, it's attached to this page and not the spine because it has this kind of spine. If you had the kind of sketchbook that is sewn in, you could attach it to the spine and not to the page, or farther into the spine, and it wouldn't be as noticeable. But it still works. It still works just fine, and I like this Dollar Tree sketch. Or my biggest thing would just be glue it to your page. And if I'm going to do that, then I'm just going to make it like a mixed media piece. And that's the beauty with sketchbooks. You can start with a blank page and make the page whatever you want. Where if you make a art journal like a junk journal, you're not going to have, you might put in a lot of pages like this and then not want to use them. So to me, for an art journal, I want to start with a blank page, and that's where a sketchbook, I think, comes in handy. But say I want to draw on my music paper. Well, all I have to do is either glue the whole sheet down, or I could come in and just add some pieces down. However I want to add them and have some blank space too. Okay, so that is one way you could layer it up. Just because it's a sketchbook doesn't mean you can't layer things and then create your art journal art on top of that. So don't be afraid to either add in a page by just attaching it to the page in front of it, or just gluing it down to it. Okay. And don't be afraid to just go for it. If your page wrinkles, you know what you can do? I'll show you. Hold on. Just put them down however you want them. Okay. And then you could create your art on that. And guess what? The paper withstood the gluing just fine, because you turn it over. And it's a little wrinkled, but no more than my other one was. So see? Another thing you can do is, a lot of times they'll say writing. Okay, so our definition said writing and art is an art journal. You can write in a sketchbook and then art journal over it. I'm going to leave that page for our music paper. So you can write, and you can keep writing down the whole page and create your art on top of your own writing. You could also stamp it as much as you wanted to and create art on that. Just because it says a sketchbook on the cover doesn't mean it can't be an art journal. You could also write a sentence and then draw letters out and then art over that. It's really whatever you as the creator see. And we're all different. Or you could just paint your picture on your page and then write after the fact. So let's paint something really simple, really fast. I'll use my orange paint, some yellow paint, and that's it. I'm just gonna make a really fast flower. Look how thick, see, very pretty. It's very thick, it doesn't drip off the brush, okay? I'm going to turn it sideways because that's just how I do. Okay, as you can see, very thick, very nice full coverage paint, just like these. These are 98 cents, that's $1. Oh, well, these are still cheaper. Okay guys, sorry. My husband's PT therapist is here. So as you can see, it's just like these paints right here. And these are from Michael's, Hobby Lobby, wherever you want to get them, Walmart, Amazon. And these are the same way. Only some of these are over $1. Some of these are under. So it's whatever, you know, whatever you prefer. But do know the Dollar Tree acrylic paints are perfectly great paints. And if that's what you want to do, do it. I mean, like I said, I've used some when I couldn't find, I've used them. Okay. So as you can see, then your art journal would look like this. And maybe you're learning to draw flowers, maybe you went somewhere, you know, just whatever occasion you might have. Or maybe you're just creating art to create a flower. And then you could okay. And you could do something like that, or whatever you wanted to create. But the point is, using a sketchbook is perfectly fine to write in, no matter how you want to do it. Now, what if I am going to take the time and build my own art journal? What would I personally do? I would pretty much do it like I did this one, just a lot of plain paper, but I would throw in one of my little music sheets, okay, where I had, you know, where it's folded, and I had like this. I would fold in one of these, and I would probably throw in a few book pages just to have different textures, different, you know, different things going on. And if I really wanted to get crazy, I might throw in some watercolor paper. And that would be it. That's all I would do. I would put in printer paper, tea or coffee stain paper. I would put in some parchment paper. I would put in music paper. I would put in some book pages. And I would probably put in a couple of my watercolor pages for watercoloring. And that's it. It's not difficult. It doesn't have to be. And remember, a journal or a sketchbook, they can be multiple things. You don't have to have one for this, one for that. You could have a sketchbook that's an art journal, and part of it could be where you glue in different stuff, or you've tilted in a bunch of stuff. And then the rest of it could be regular old sketchbook, you know. The only person confining you to separate things or not using sketchbooks because they're sketchbooks is you guys. It's just you. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the review and kind of seeing all the art supplies that Dollar Tree had. If you've tried more of the Dollar Tree art supplies, please comment down below. I'd love to know your thoughts on them. Also, if you like this video, don't forget, give it a thumbs up. And as always, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button with that little bell and click all. We have a ton of great videos coming your way, and I don't want you to miss out. Again, thank you so much for being here. You are all super, super appreciated. I will see you on Sunday, since I'm a day late with this one. And Sunday's video is all about a couple of new ideas for a pocket page in your journal, art journal, whatever. That's kind of a combo thing, so check it out. I've played around and kind of came up with these ideas. I don't know if somebody else So be sure and check out Sunday's video. Again, if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button with that little bell. We're almost to 1,000. It's March. It's my birthday month. Let's do this, guys. I will see you very soon. Take care. Have an awesome rest of your weekend. I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.